Hey, Megan, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited that we could get together for a little bit before the Become Influential Summit kicks off. You're going to be one of our amazing speakers. You're speaking on Tuesday, which is our day focused on business tools and strategies. And your area of expertise, there's a little bug flying around. Sorry, I'm probably going to be like swatting at it if you're watching this video. Um, your area of expertise is getting all of the financial elements in order, which I think is a huge area where people just get overwhelmed. So I
Yeah.
cannot wait to learn more about you right now and what you're going to be presenting at your session. And then, of course, visiting with you at the summit. So thank you.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about how you got here. So we talked a little bit before this interview, and when you had your first son, you were still in a 9 to 5 job, and you just had your daughter, like just had your daughter,
Yes,
and
I
now you're an entrepreneur.
did.
So tell me what that transition and that situation kind of
Yeah.
looked like.
Well, definitely, I was like many others going through the 9 to 5 grind, making my way up as much as possible, different positions, things like that. When I had my son, I had no idea how that was going to kind of transform my whole life, things that I wanted, my goals, my aspirations, everything like that. So, I just decided I cannot go back to work and be away from him and be away from all of his milestones and everything. So I decided to start my own business. And I loved the industry. I loved what I had done, for the past decade, accounting, bookkeeping, taxes, stuff like that, the business finance stuff for other businesses, helping other businesses grow. So I was like, I can bring that into my own business, the financial aspect and things like that. So I started that path and I'm trucking along, and then I did get pregnant with my second, and it was amazing how much more relief I felt, knowing that I wasn't going to have to, be away from her and everything. So it's been great.
And now you told me too, like with your baby being at home with the baby, you've
Yes.
been able to jump back into work more. So it's just been like an all over improvement, I would assume, on your mental well
Oh
being
yeah.
and
Yeah.
happiness.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I am definitely one that's prone to probably some anxiety and things like that, natural tendencies, like a lot of moms, a lot of women. And it just really helps that whole perspective of life, knowing that you are in control of what you want to do. You want to work some hours, if you want to take the day off and work tomorrow, if you need to sleep in when with your child or go take a nap with them, to spend some time with them, or if they're sick. I mean, there's just so many different things that are different now having my own business, around my children. So it's wonderful. It's the best of both worlds, definitely.
And what were you doing at your 9 to 5? Were you in the tax arena?
Yeah, so I'm an accountant. I'm a tax accountant. I went to school for that. And so that's what I did. It's been 11 and a half years ago since I first started. So more of the accounting in bigger companies, doing like financial projections and looking like long-term goals and things like that. But what I noticed when I, switched to different companies that were smaller, and I got into the nitty gritty bookkeeping. So keeping track of like all the sales that come in, all the expenses that a business can claim, all the different tax deductions they can claim, using some of that tax knowledge that I had to make sure they were getting the most savings possible in their taxes, and just making sure their books were clean for compliance purposes, for the legal side of it too. I just really liked it. I feel like a nerd when I talk about how much I really, really enjoy doing that, but it's fun for me, and I really enjoy it. It's funny, I talk to a lot of people now that are in the industry, and they're like, well, if I started my own business, I don't think I would want to continue because I don't really like the numbers. Like, well, I feel like a major nerd because I love the numbers, and I love that same feeling of the bigger businesses, helping them save. Now I'm able to teach the smaller entrepreneurs, the people that it's just them, and it's kind of make it or break it. Some of those tax credits can make a huge impact for them. So I really enjoy doing that now in my business.
And you've actually got like two aspects of the business, right? So you
Yeah.
will like as an entrepreneur, you can do my taxes, or as a fellow number nerd, you can teach me how
Yes.
to start a business as an accountant or as
That's
a tax person.
yeah. Well, definitely like accounting professional. It's perfectly fine to use that term, and bookkeeper and financial professional in general. I call myself a financial educator. I've not really stepped into the role of like a coach more, so much, but I definitely liked from the start bringing in that education element, teaching people, even if I was doing all of their books, I liked to teach them what I was doing, how they could read their reports themselves. I think that's so important as you grow. So what I started to see was some people maybe weren't at the stage that they could hire someone to just do it for them. So, but they needed the knowledge. So that's why I started teaching, doing some trainings, and then I eventually developed a course to teach people how to do it themselves, and also to teach aspiring bookkeepers that want to do that for others.
And I think that's great. I think it's really important to have a foundational understanding of all of these different aspects of your business, even if you're going to outsource them, because you need to make sure that
Yes.
they're being done appropriately, that they're being done well. So you need to at
Right.
least have that basic understanding and ability to communicate with the consultants that you're
Yep.
using. Now
Yep.
let's talk about the summit itself. So I feel like
Okay.
it is flying. It is getting so close. It's almost here. And what exactly are you going to be presenting and teaching us at the summit?
So I really pulled together all of the different areas that I felt like were important if you're just starting out. So like if you are looking to start your business, open your doors tomorrow, virtually open your doors tomorrow. But it also could be applicable even if you've been in business for years and are like, well, I feel like everything's just kind of out of control. I want to bring it back in, make sure I'm on the right track. So I brought in 5 main points that I feel are kind of well-rounded to get you to where you want to be, to make sure you're in compliance for the legal side, make sure that you're on the right track with tracking your business finances. But then also I'm bringing in some of that tax savings knowledge that I talked about earlier, to make sure that you could potentially save a ton of money just with the free tips that I'm going to provide.
Awesome. I love that it's going to appeal to both beginners and people who might have been in the game for a while, but know that things just aren't as optimized as they should be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't want to leave them out. They can
No,
always
no.
bring it back in and learn.
Right. Awesome. Well, this is going to be amazing. And I'm so grateful that you've been able to squeeze us in. Like, now, how old is your daughter now? Is she like 1 month old?
She's 6 weeks
6 weeks.
today. Yeah.
I knew it was somewhere around there.
It's
So,
flying by. So,
oh, I bet. Well, I really appreciate it. I know that, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. You've got a brand new baby. There is so much going on. So the fact that you were willing and able to contribute so much value into the summit is huge. And I appreciate that.
well,
And
thank you.
for everybody who's listening, for everybody who's watching, go head over to becomeinfluential.com. Make sure you've got your free ticket for the summit, and definitely make sure that you don't miss Meagan's session on Tuesday, June 9th. Thanks so much, Meagan.
Thank you so much.